As someone who's made money online since 2016, I think it's something that not enough people are taking advantage of still to this day. And in this video, I'm going to break down the different ways that I use to actually make a side hustle online. Whether that's through my own personal channels, working for other big creators, or even things like TikTok Shop. So if you actually want to start earning an extra couple $1,000s a month, then make sure you watch to the end of this video. So the first thing I want to say is there is so many more things you can do than you probably even imagine. So for example, one of the roles I actually have is, if you've ever seen a reacts channel, I will gather all of the clips for them to react to. Like, that is a genuine role that people pay quite well for. Now take a guess how much you reckon I would get paid for one of those videos. And for a bit of context here, let's say it was, I'm just going to do a random one out there, it was the top 100 Call of Duty shorts. So I've just got to find Call of Duty shorts for them to react to. It's probably going to take about an hour, hour and a half. I can make it a little bit quicker using AI to help me find the clips, but you don't want to use AI and just send it off. You then want to manually review them. I get paid $150 just for that, and it literally takes an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now some can take more when they're more difficult clips to find, but that is an example of something that's out there that I feel like not many people would actually know exists. There's also script writers, so if you're good at writing, I used to get paid back in the day to write scripts for Snapchat shows. You can write scripts for YouTube videos, and then of course the more common ones like being a video editor, but that one in my opinion takes far more skill and time than the others for the pay, which is why if you love editing and really want to pursue it, then yeah, I'd recommend it. But if you're looking for this as like an extra couple hours work a week for a decent bit of cash, then I just wouldn't recommend video editing. So how do you go about finding these clients? Now for me, I think the number one thing comes down to connections, and right now at this minute you're probably sat there with not many connections, or if you have connections, they're definitely not in the right space. So the way I have always gone about creating connections is by posting content myself as a first thing. So if you don't have any presence online at all at the minute, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, just a little bit more difficult. So whether that's you start up a channel like this, whether you've got a little passion project, just create videos online and post them to Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, the whole shebang. Just let yourself be a little more known out there. The next thing I would do is I would specialize in a couple of things. So if you go online and you think, what would someone pay me to do that would make their life easier? Pick 2 or 3 of them. I'm not saying niche down in one, because you don't have to. I also get paid to develop using AI mods for games. So there's literally so much out there. Like, the ones I've mentioned are such a small brief amount. So if you've got any skill or any talent, and I mean most people listening to my video are probably people that are quite online and are quite up to date with kind of content game and what's going on. If that is you, pick something that they're doing and see if you can help. Now the best way to get work at the start is by doing it for free, 100%, but you don't actually have to jump straight in for free. So the way I do it is you want to train your Twitter algorithm, or X. I'm going to call it Twitter because that's just what it's known to me, and my Twitter algorithm is so tuned in to basically only feed me YouTubers and creators looking for jobs. But I've trained my Twitter algorithm to just constantly feed me with jobs. And how do you do that? Open up a Twitter, search into Twitter looking for a video editor, just interact with a shitload of those tweets. You don't even have to really be applying for the job, but just do it to train your algorithm. Just like them, reply to them, and then that will get it up to speed to show you loads of jobs that come out on the market. Now I do see people on Instagram and other platforms find, like, sometimes occasionally sharing a story saying they're looking for an editor, but I find it's a lot harder to find organic leads on there. Twitter is by hands down the best app for that. So if you don't have an account, make one. Do as I just said. You're going to get pumped with job ads all day, every day. And the good thing with that is, for example, is when I first started, I didn't even know that people were looking for like a clip researcher or a Snapchat show writer. But because the algorithm starts feeding you these ones that are different, and then you get similar stuff, they all kind of merge into one. I'm explaining it really badly, but just essentially you're going to be getting all of them that come to you in one go. So loads of different jobs and stuff you haven't even heard of before. Then the second you do that, reply to them, get them to DM them, and then quickly, just very quickly, depending on what job it is. So like for example, the clip researcher job I do at the minute, I literally just went, if this was a video of yours and you were looking for the top 10 Fortnite moments, I just would clip it like this and sent them the links through and chose the clips I would do. Bosh. Literally an hour later, I was in a Discord with the main guy who said, yep, we'll give you $150 a video. Here's your first task. The next one I want to talk about is actually making money with your own content. Now, this is a little bit different, but I mean, it can be far more rewarding because you can A, get paid a shitload more, and B, you are your own boss. So the way I would go about this is you have to get into content not actually wanting to go for the money. Now, I know that is the most cliche thing that everyone says, but it is genuinely very, very true. Because when you go into content going for the money, you're going to be so impatient, and you really do need some serious level of patience. Like, if you're jumping into this game with absolutely no experience, it's going to take you 100 videos minimum just to learn the basics, kind of trial and learn what the algorithm likes and doesn't like. But once you've nailed it down, you'll understand that the algorithm for these platforms is just a very simple game. It comes down to your click-through rate, so how many people clicked on the video that could have, and how long do they watch it for, because YouTube just wants people to stay on the platform. Once people stay on the platform, they will push your video out to more people to get them to stay on the platform. Hence you get more views, hence you get more money. Now, YouTube is a long game, but it's the best game. You've also got TikTok out there. You've got Instagram. Instagram is quite a rogue one. It won't actually pay you for like any views you get on the platform. Like, I had one account that got like 40 million views. I didn't earn a single penny off of those 40 million views. And then I've had TikTok accounts when I was doing TikTok Shop. That's another one we can go into. That literally paid like a couple of £100 for 1,000 views because of the conversion. Focus on the right platforms. I would say focus on TikTok and focus on YouTube. YouTube Shorts is another great one. I've never explored it too much, really. I find it's more for a younger audience, if you know what I mean. If you wanted to blow up on YouTube Shorts really, really fast, I would recommend making Roblox content. Just basically copy what the viral videos are doing in the Roblox niche and almost copy them down to a T, just by changing it with your voice and maybe change up the idea slightly. If you did 100 of them in a month and they were very similar to the ones that got mega viral, I promise you now, you would end that month with 1 million views minimum. And then TikTok Shop is another one I've done and been quite successful with. That is literally just making adverts. Like, if you feel like you're good at selling stuff, TikTok Shop would be fantastic for you. It's really easy requirements to get into. I think in the UK, I don't know what it is in the US, you need 1,000 followers on a TikTok account and like 30,000 views in the last month, which is very, very easy. To get that, just repost streamers clips until you get there. You'll get there in literally a week if you do that. Like, put out 8 a day, you'll be fine. You'll get it super fast. And then once you've got it, you just need to find a decent product. You want a product that can kind of go viral, so look at it and be like, what creative ideas can I do with this? If you get that, you get the product. You pay for them normally. Sometimes companies will send you them for free, but to me, I'd always just pay for it. It's so much easier. I know, like, it's a little bit of a sting up front, and if you genuinely have no money, the way I would do it is I would look around your house, find any items that you have that could be sold on TikTok Shop, start posting videos of those items, because you've already got them. You don't have to put in any money. And then once you've got that, you then make the videos, and then because you're making videos, more brands come to you and basically say, we want you to sell our stuff. It really is as simple as that, and you can actually earn some very good money. I know in the US, if you're watching this from America, you can actually earn mega cash from doing this. But yeah, that's just kind of some ways. I thought I'll just come here and ramble on about how to actually make money online, because I see so many people just basically spewing a load of bullshit, and I thought I could just sit down on the mic and kind of explain some ways I've actually gone about it. This video was literally completely unscripted. I've just been sat here staring at the wavelengths of the audio the whole time, which is kind of mesmerizing. I do love it. But yeah, if you've watched this far, comment bananas so that I know that you actually are serious and do want to make some cash online. And if you found any of it helpful, please leave this video a like and subscribe.